the Fitzy and Whipper with Kate Ritchie podcast.
How good is that? So I'm not a big Facebook fan, but lately I've had to use it for a couple of things, where people that I grew up with only use Facebook, so I've had to contact them.
Yeah.
And then, unfortunately, I've got sucked in. I've been just gone down a rabbit hole of Facebook Marketplace.
Oh, yeah. What are you selling? What are you looking for?
Geez, isn't that a dark place to be when you're on Marketplace every day looking for something, looking for a vintage antique frame? You know what I mean? So this is what's happened. A good mate of ours, he split with his wife. He's moved into another joint. So we've decided as mates, we got together and we're going to get him a new couch. We're going to deliver it this Saturday. Go around to his house for a barbie just to see if he's okay. Yep. And so my mate Coops has got the van. He said, Fitz, I'm ready to go. I said, mate, I found this great couch on Facebook Marketplace for $300.
Yeah.
It's only 4 months old.
Still. And
she said that, that it's pet friendly. She just had to get rid of it. We're moving houses, so $300. So I've got onto her straight away, and her name is Ava Cecil. I'm going to put her up on the screen, right? Because she looks great. There's Ava. Doesn't she look lovely?
Okay.
I probably should have picked up that Ava Cecil is a bit of it's an interesting name.
Ava Cecil. Yeah, it is. I mean, it doesn't roll off the tongue, does it?
Yeah, so I start talking to Ava on Facebook Marketplace. She's lovely. She's awesome. Hey, Ryan. She's going, I'm getting quite a few hits on this one. Do you want to secure it? I can put it aside. I said, I would love that. Yeah, mate's doing it a bit tough at the moment and we need the couch. Can we pick it up this Saturday? She said, yeah, we're home this Saturday. So she sends me the address and she goes, I'm home. She said, you know what? Quite a few people really want this couch. Is it okay if you put a deposit down?
Here we go.
And I went, yeah, no worries, Ava. So it's $300. I deposited $100.
Okay.
She then says, can you please share the payment screenshot? And I'm thinking, okay, well, I can screenshot that because it doesn't give away my details.
Yeah.
I probably should have picked up that when she said the name of her bank account is just Ava.
What do you mean? No other name on the bank account?
No, just Ava. Just put it down as Ava. And, sometimes you can put down funny messages.
Have a good day.
Yeah, like hungover Sunday, but thanks for a great Saturday night.
Yeah, how much fun now that you and Ava are really tight.
So then I send that. She goes, received, thanks. I said, we'll pick it up around about 10:30 on Saturday morning. She goes, great, see you there. So then the next day, I'm talking to my mates and Coops goes, look, I've got to do a bit of work on Saturday morning. Can you push it back an hour? So I write back to Ava. It says, I can't send this message to Ava.
Huh?
That's because Ava's gone. My mate then says, send me the image of Ava Cecil. He Google images her. She's a real estate agent in Florida. They've just ripped off.
They've grabbed a picture.
Shocked. They've grabbed her picture. She's a real estate agent in Florida and said that she lives in Sydney and said that she's got a couch for $300.
Okay.
And ye olde Fitzy has been stitched up once again. Who dubbed me in, guys? Gotcha. Mate Tilly's done it again.
I wish it was a gotcha, mate. Her name is Jennifer Corlin. Yes, I can see here. She is in real estate in Florida. So they've just gone screenshot. Looks like your average Aussie. That should do.
Do you know what, Whip? I went back on the Facebook Marketplace and this is how bad I am at this stuff. I instantly went, well, I'll just get another one.
Get another couch?
I'll get another couch. Yeah. There are so many couches similar to that one that are selling for $200-$300. And this is what they do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know this is a great couch. If you want it, can you just put a deposit down and I'll put it aside for you? But see, I've got her bank account details. This is the thing.
Yeah, but that bank account probably doesn't exist anymore now. So now she's received that money, that deposit, that hungy.
Gotcha.
It's probably one of many bank accounts that are running. A mate of mine on Facebook Marketplace, he wanted to buy a fish tank, right? And so the guy said, I've got the fish tank, I can bring it to you, right? Yeah. And he thought, great. But the weird thing was he wanted to meet the guy at a petrol station at 8 o'clock at night.
That's so dodgy, man.
Said, I'm coming home from work, I can give you the fish tank there. So he pulls up in the car park of the servo, and there's three other cars.
It's like a deal. It's like a drug deal, isn't it?
It's exactly what it was. Fish tank was code for drugs. There was three other cars there picking up a fish tank. And they realised and went, "No, I'm actually here to..." Like the other guys were there to get drugs. And my mate is sitting there going, "So you guys want fish tanks too?"
No, our kids watched Finding Nemo. We actually want fish. He did buy something, and that fish food, I tell you what, those fish were flying for a while.
This is the Fitzy and Whipper with Kate Ritchie podcast.
Oh, guys, have you guys heard about this remote Amazon tribe? This is an amazing story. Okay, so it's in Brazil, 2,000 members. It's called the Marubo tribe, right?
Yeah.
And it's been left bitterly divided. Something's happened to this tribe in the middle of the Amazon. Hasn't had any touch with the Western world and Western civilization, right?
I'm fascinated by these tribes.
And I don't understand why Elon Musk would do this, but Elon Musk has decided to deliver to the tribe Starlink. Now, Starlink is the satellite
service.
The satellite internet service, where basically their tagline is, "It doesn't matter how remote you are, we can sign you up to the internet. We basically are here to start you up." But see, this is the thing. I don't think a 2,000 member Marubu tribe that's in the middle of the Amazon needs the internet.
Okay, so hang on. If we wind back a little bit, this tribe has never seen a white man. This tribe doesn't have any running water. They possibly haven't discovered fire yet.
Yeah.
And they live off the land and have the most basic of handmade tools to use on a daily basis. And then Elon's turned up.
Yeah.
You guys want Starlink?
Yeah, so he's connected Starlink for him and given him the internet and given him some computers and some phones. Now, initially, they did this because they needed help with emergencies and with health reasons as well. And a lot of people in these villages, if they get sick, they can die quite easy, especially when you're in the middle of the Amazon. So it was supposed to help them with potential deadly snake bites.
Right.
One of the members said it's already saved lives. It was also used to share educational resources with other Amazonian tribes and connect with friends and family who now live elsewhere. But unfortunately, it hasn't gone down that road, guys.
No, what's happened?
Because all the young guys that are in the tribe are basically, they're hooked to social media, and unfortunately they're looking up content that all young teenage boys like to look up.
So since Elon's turned up, the tribe's discovered much more than they ever expected of the outside world. And they don't even know about the wheel yet. And now you're telling me they're on a website that promotes lots of group tribal activities.
Well, when it arrived, everyone was happy, one of the members said. But now things have gotten worse. Young people have gotten lazy because of the internet. They're learning the ways of the white people, and it's dividing the tribe. They're supposed to be out there. This is the thing. They're really upset about this because your role as a young man in the tribe is to go out and hunt and find us food. If you're not doing that, if you're on Snapchat doing filters, man, you're not out there going to get us fish and hunting for meat. So we can't live. We can't eat anymore. Get off LubeTube and go out there and go and find us some food.
My other concern is that if that's their first introduction to the rest of the world, they must think that's all we do. It's just... Hang on a minute. Well, they're like us. They're like us. They don't wear clothes, so we have something in common.
It's a pretty successful industry.
And the first English words that were spoken were great subcategories.
Do you know what? They're also playing games already. They're already onto... I mean, there's Grand Theft Auto. There's kids walking around with their jeans around at the bottom of their buttocks.
What have you done to this tribe, Elon?
This is out of control.
God.
Elon thinks he's doing the right thing because you can test what snake's bitten you, but unfortunately, these kids...
Well,
Oh, man, they're not hunting food.
The Fitzy and Whipper with Kate Ritchie podcast.
I've got a terrible story of love, because we all dream of that day when you maybe drop an E and you say, "Will you marry me?" It's such an exciting moment. There's a woman by the name of Michelle Ellman. She's a relationship expert. She's done a bit of TV. She's spoken about how relationships work and gives you tips and tricks to how to stay in a healthy relationship. So she understands how deeply ironic this is, because she was engaged, which is great news. She was with the love of her life, and the celebration she took to Instagram, and she went, "You're not going to believe it, he put a ring on it," which is great, and they celebrated. Then, strangely, 24 hours she got back onto Instagram and said, "Hold your celebration, we have separated."
A day later?
Yeah, a day later, 24 hours later, update on the relationship. "I'm so sorry to tell you, but we won't be together anymore. I now understand that jealousy does exist." So what's happened? When she announced it,
Yeah.
there was a flood of messages to say he's been cheating on you.
On the comment section.
So there was a whole lot of congratulations. Enjoy the champagne diet. He's cheating on you.
Oh.
So she's then said, "Well, hang on a minute, honey. Why are these messages coming through? What do these people know?" So she's gone back and forth with a few of the messages,
Oh, she's reached out.
and some of the names have continued to appear.
That's why social media. I mean, if you're going to go down that road,
Oh my God.
if you're going to be a bit promiscuous,
Turn the
you've
comments
got
off. Is that what
well, this is the thing.
So there's your answer.
Yep.
When you think, I mean, if you've had a relationship and you think it's over, social media, even if it's a month away, it could be 6 months away, all of a sudden someone might pop up in your feed and tell your current partner what happened the 6 months before that.
Yeah.
You're always going to get busted.
Mate,
You're going to get busted.
To be busted on the day you propose is a rough one.
Well, it's a very. Can I also say I'm not saying she should have stayed with this person, but I think if the news is so fresh. If within 24 hours she's gone from saying, "Congratulations to us, this is so wonderful," she gets a bit of information that is untoward, and then then it's a very big call to then unannounce the engagement.
Do you think there's an argument, Kate Ritchie,
Don't you
for
think?
him?
Yeah.
Do you think there's an argument in him saying, "Yeah, but honey, we weren't even engaged then. That was just boyfriend-girlfriend stuff. We're
I
now
agree.
engaged, so I've dropped the knee. So I'm telling you right now that my commitment is with you forever. So let's not worry about what happened there. Let's look forward, and from this moment on."
I totally agree. No. I think this guy deserves a chance, but the question is, how hard would it be for her to live her life knowing his previous relationships and what he's done? But you know what? It might be right. He may have matured. He's found the love of his life, Kate, and this is his big opportunity to prove himself again.
See, I'm confused. I thought that you were saying that he was cheating on her when he proposed.
Well, sort of at the time, yeah. But now he's proposed. That's a line in the sand, isn't it?
Oh, so he was cheating 12 hours ago.
Yep.
But now he's engaged
Okay.
and he's changed.
Would you agree with me here that fiancé and engagement is a higher level than boyfriend-girlfriend?
No.
Marriage is then a higher level again. So bit of grey area play with boyfriend-girlfriend.
I hope you're doing this for effect on the radio. I hope this is not what you really feel, because it's absolutely repulsive.
If you're not engaged, to play around a little bit is more
Oh
of
my
an
God.
adventure.
Oh my God.
Once you're engaged...
You know, people are hating you so much right now.
Yeah, but a lot of guys are listening going, he does make a good point. There's different levels.
It's not only guys that cheat. It's not only men that cheat.
Yeah, but they're often the ones that engage. They propose. So they would agree that there's different levels of engagement and seriousness in a relationship.
But I think if you're cheating, what this means is while he's cheating, in this circumstances, he's also purchasing a ring.
Yeah.
He's buying rose petals.
He's cleaning up his act.
Or whatever. No, he's not. He's lying. He's creating a facade. He's tricking
And
her.
then he said, and it all stops now.
No,
Will
he
you
didn't.
marry me?
That doesn't stop overnight.
Will you marry
it's
me?
very rare
honey, I
that
switched it
people
off.
change their spot.
I just switched the tap off.
Well done.
It's not happening
leopard-
anymore.
The leopard cliche is the best of all.
But it's very
Kate, I
hard
agree.
to change. If you change,
But-
credit to you. It takes a lot of work, but it is very, very difficult for anyone to change their fundamental values.
This is the Fitzy and Whipper with Kate Ritchie podcast.
Hey, can we talk NRL? I want to talk about the Dragons. Have we got the Dragons club song in there, Jess? It's around? It's just the little 1%ers that they're not getting right at the St George Dragons at the moment.
Like winning consecutively. They do get flogged.
That's
What are
one.
they missing, mate? What's gone wrong?
Okay. So Jack Bird played his 150th NRL game. 150 games for a player is a pretty big milestone.
Yeah.
So
He's not related to Greg Bird, is he?
Don't know. He was an enforcer for New South Wales. Greg Bird, wasn't he?
He was. I think he played for the
I
Sharks.
loved
Yeah,
Greg
right.
Bird. No, I don't think he is a relation. But anyway, he played his 150th game. And I like this, but the Dragons do this thing where they get a personalised Guernsey for a milestone game.
Yep.
So you get written on there, it says Jack Bird, 150th game, Sharks versus Dragons, Sportsbet Stadium, or PointsBet Stadium. Get that right. They
Yep.
wouldn't be happy with that. And then it's got the date on there. Okay. And you know what? Then he gets to keep that forever, Kate.
And it's lovely. He can hand it on to his children or his
Yes.
mum.
Or like Nathan Buckley in the AFL, after a while, if you keep all that stuff, you then get to sell it and you give half of it to your ex-wife in a divorce settlement.
And you've got all those options.
Which he's just done at the moment as well. I think Russell Crowe did that as well, didn't he?
I'm not sure. I guess that's what they deserve.
Yeah.
So anyway, these are just the little 1%ers that fans are going, if the Dragons are going to start winning, why does Jack Bird on his personalised jersey has Jack Bird 150th NRL game, Sharks versus Dargans?
Dargans?
Dragons? Is that meant to be dragons?
Sharks versus Dargans. They've spelt it Dargans.
Sounds like some sort of Game of Thrones episode.
I mean, come on, boys.
Oh,
Who's doing the shirts?
There was...
Dungeons and Dargans.
And then there was Fa'amanu Brown, who played his first game for the club. Now, if you're a debutant for the club, you get a Guernsey, that you get a jersey that you get to keep forever.
Yeah.
They've put the wrong date of his debut game. They've put the 16th of June. We're not even in June yet.
I know
So
what
is this all for the same game? So
No.
the same person that did the shirts?
I know what you're thinking, guys. I'm not working for them. I know what you're thinking. It was not me. Oh, my
Do you know,
God.
and then you've got the classics are, the no regrets is always a big one, the tattoo that people get. And regrets can be a word that you can misspell. But I
How?
suppose if it's
Oh,
on
my
your
God.
lower back and you've got no regrets, it's hard.
Johnny in Campbelltown, welcome to the show. What was spelled incorrectly, mate?
Yeah, hi. Morning, fellas. How are you all? You too, Kate?
Oh, thank
Good,
you, John.
Well, I was overseas and I seen a sign that said shoplifters will be prosecuted. Well, it meant to say that, and it actually spelled shoplifters will be prostituted.
Awesome. Many people trying to shoplift, weren't there, John?
So you lined right up, didn't you?
Tony and Dundas. What is it, Tone?
Across the bottom of a printing shop, about 45 centimetres high. They were advertising that they provided Telstra broadband. They dropped the R out of the broadband.
Where did that R go? Who's got that R, guys? Give it back now.
That is brilliant.
Thanks, Tony.
Down at our footy club, my best mate Coops was a sign writer and he misspelled Australia. He left the R out of Australia, so it's still down there, Kate.
Awesome.
You don't think for every time there's footy presentations, everyone's going, how good's this country, Australia? It's so
Australia,
good.
I know. I do wonder, though, sometimes if some of these businesses make the mistake on purpose, because then it's,
Spoken about.
that printing shop with it, that's spelt incorrectly, and it's the only printing shop you ever think of.
That's what Starbucks does. They deliberately write your name ridiculously on the side of the coffee cup.
Why?
So that you take a photo and put it on Instagram and go, look how they spelt my name.
Yeah.
Starbucks promotion. Bang.
It's actually a smart
Deliberately
idea.
do it.
Ryan in Miranda, what was the spelling mistake, Ryan?
Morning, everyone. Wasn't a spelling mistake, but my wife's dyslexic.
Yep.
So my nephew wants her to read him a science book. And she goes, I'm not going to read this book. It's a bit inappropriate. I have a look at it. It's all about organisms. She opens the first page. She goes, look at this. There are 5 main different types of orgasms.
Do you want to run us through the 5, Ryan?
Kate, when I find them out, I'll let you know.
This is the Fitzy and Whipper with Kate Ritchie podcast.
Got some big questions for you on a Thursday morning, guys.
Far away.
Shoot.
This is from a woman on the internet.
Yeah.
How could he lie to me like this? Do men do this often? I'm in absolute shock. Should I just forgive him for lying and move on with the relationship? Sounds heavy.
Well, it does, because I think what's running through your mind, as is mine, Kate, is does that lie represent more than just that moment?
Well, this is the thing about this story. I don't know who to feel for
I don't
here.
know.
The woman or the man. It's very complex. Here we go. They've started dating. She really quite likes him. In fact, she's even throwing the love word around. She thinks she's fallen in love with him.
That's a big word.
But who has she fallen in love with? The guy who he really is, or the doctor that he said he was. So she's met this guy. He says he's a doctor, and it's all very lovely. I'm guessing she's gone home to the parents and said, I found myself
He's a surgeon.
Yeah.
Oh, my God, he
but
saves lives.
How long can you get away with that for? And then is it as simple as him going, oh, God, I was only doing it to impress you. I'm not a doctor.
Well, see, he didn't even have the opportunity to get to that part because it says in the story last night, I'm guessing it wasn't last night, maybe a week ago, she walks into, I don't know why, but she's gone into a Taco Bell of an evening.
Great
and
food.
The guy that she is dating, who is a doctor, is at the counter serving the Taco Bell.
Okay, so doctor of tacos.
Maybe he's mad for a taco.
Does he have a doctorate in food?
Well, then there you go, because the word doctor can be thrown around quite vaguely around. So, I mean, maybe you're the doctor of love.
Doctor of botany.
But is there an element of cuteness here where you go, oh, you know what, he really liked me that much, he tried to impress me.
Well, it says a lot
I'll
about
have a regular
him.
burrito, Dave. Good on you, mate. I love you. I'll see you after your shift.
Kate, I think it
get
says
it.
more about her.
Why?
Because she was excited that he could have been a doctor, but finding out that he worked at Taco Bell, she was disappointed. It looks like she's a status-eating woman.
Oh, that's quite heavy. She doesn't know how to feel about it at the moment because she's gone in and ordered her, what was it, a burrito with a lot or something?
Yeah, discuss.
And they didn't say anything to each other. This is how awkward it was. She didn't say, hi, Dave, what are you doing here? Have you got a night off the hospital?
Yeah, I've got a side hustle. I work at Taco Bell.
Exactly. She's walked up to the counter. I don't know what the uniform is. He's in his little hat. He stares at her. She stares at him. She orders the burrito. She leaves. And now she's at home on the internet asking us all what we think. And what is it? You're right. What does it say about her? A lot of people are coming out and saying, well, this says something this says that you're quite immature. You've fallen in love too early, Fitzy, you're right. And now that you've found out the thing doesn't exist, rather, because the person still does.
I reckon
Dave is still Dave,
There's
but he's
more
just
on it.
not a doctor.
Perfect opportunity for Dave at Taco Bell for a great line.
What would it have been?
Both standing there at each other,
Here we go.
going, oh my gosh, I've been busted. Puts his hand to his jumper and goes, whoa, it's a bit hot in here. Somebody turn the fajita on.
I don't know if that would have got
he needed
Dave over the
something.
line.
He
Give us a
needed
call if
something.
somebody... Oh, we've got Daniel from Campbelltown. Are you a liar or have you been lied to, David? Daniel.
I was the liar.
Why, right.
I told a couple of girls at a boys' night out that I was a dolphin trainer for SeaWorld.
Oh, yeah.
Dolphin trainer. You should have just gone marine biologist. Did you get far with it, Daniel?
Oh, yeah, the whole night we're on the booze. That was when I was about 20.
Yeah, and
Gotcha.
do you think that gets girls over the line, the fact that you like animals?
Oh, it did back then, but not now.
What, did it work on the night, did it, Daniel?
Sorry?
Did it work on the night?
It worked on the night, yeah. Yeah, we picked up about 3 or 4 girls that night.
that doesn't matter.
And a couple of dolphins.
Yeah, still lying, obviously, Daniel.
Fitz in Whipper with Kate Ritchie is a Nova podcast. For more great shows like this, download the Nova Player via the App Store or Google Play.
The Nova Player.